What up, guys? Real Geek, Wicked Specialist, Mike, whatever you want to call me. I'm here, and I'm trying something new here, doing a video review for Shazam. Just saw the movie, had a blast with it, and wanted to talk about it instead of doing the usual typed up review. So we'll see how this thing goes. If you guys want to see more of this, let me know, and I will do more video content as we keep going this whole Geek Intersect thing, keep that train rolling. But Shazam, the first note that I do have to say about the movie, somebody told me, not too long ago, well, they posted online, and they saw a sneak preview, and they said of this movie that they could not recommend the movie, and honestly, to anybody. Anybody. To that, I say, who hurt you, sir? Who hurt you? Shazam was a total blast of a movie. I had so much fun with it. They take the movie big and they say, well, what if the kid from that wished he was big also got superpowers? And that's basically the basic crux of the movie, basically. And they have so much fun with it. Zachary Levi is fantastic as the Big Red Cheese, the character formerly known as Captain Marvel. Let me just touch on that real quick. People say, well, he's the real Captain Marvel. Well, technically, yes, the character was around longer, but Marvel bought out those rights. So, Marvel's Captain Marvel is Captain Marvel right now, but he will always be Captain Marvel in the hearts of fans of the comic book. I say we can love both Captain Marvels. Both are great. They're both great characters, both a lot of fun. Shazam, I would argue, movie-wise, is the more fun of the two, but that's just inherently in who the character is. Carol Danvers is a lot of things, but super fun, she's not really. She's awesome, but she's not fun. Shazam, on the other hand, he's a 14-year-old with superpowers. How could that not be fun? That is a blast. Mark Strong, the former Sinestro, he plays the villain of the film, Dr. Savannah, the evil counterpart to Shazam here in the comics, or in the movie. The evil counterpart to him in the comics would be Black Adam, who they do touch on and they reference. I imagine The Rock is still tapped on to play him at a later time. I did see Dwayne Johnson and Danny Garcia's name as producers of the movie, so I imagine they're involved in the production. They're going to get The Rock as Black Adam. At some point we will see that showdown happen, just not today. But that's okay though, because that would, if you put The Rock in anything, he would just overshadow the whole thing. It would be The Rock's movie. That's just who The Rock is and why we love The Rock. But this time, Zachary Levi is fantastic. He captures that kid, that nervous energy, much like how he played Chuck Bartowski from the NBC show Chuck. Great show. If you haven't watched it, definitely go check that out on Amazon Prime. He captures that energy of, I'm a teenager with superpowers. What am I doing with this? That is, there's a lot of great fun to be had. Funny, hilarious sequences to be had as he figures out who he is as a superhero and just tries out his new powers. Like, it's what a 14-year-old would do if they had powers. Also, the other kids in the movie, the Marvel family, as it were, they are fantastic. Like, whoever they did the casting, like, they cast these kids straight out of this comic book. Like these kids here, the kids in the movie look very, very close in casting to the kids here in this comic book. That was fantastic. You don't see that happen too much these days. They'll cast sort of, kind of in that same vein, but they won't get like... And there's even moments from this comic that we see happen in the movie, which I loved as a huge fan of the Jeff Johns graphic novel. If you guys have not read it, go pick this up. It's got a new movie-inspired cover. I think that's the cover now for the new print edition of the book. Go pick that up. It's fantastic. It's a lot of fun. And see, now let's get into some spoilers here. Now, if you guys haven't seen the movie, might want to just turn this off now. But if you don't care about spoilers, and if you're asking if you want to geek out with me here about a little bit about Shazam, then let's do that. Let's geek out right now. Okay, first up, again going back to the kids, the Marvel family. I didn't think we get to actually see them get their powers in this movie, but holy crap, we do, and it is a fantastic. Oh man, I had a lot of fun with that whole sequence. I cheered when I saw the Marvel family come up. Mary Marvel, all them. No Hoppy the Wonder Bunny this time, but hey, there's always time for a sequel. I mean, Mr. Mind's in the movie, for God's sake. Anything is possible at this point. I also love that Adam Brody from the OC plays the adult super powered version of Freddy. That was awesome. I love that casting. Like that worked. That definitely worked. Now going back to the kid that plays Freddie Freeman from the movie It, he was phenomenal in the movie. Like his whole back and forth with Zach Levi and I can't remember the kid who played Billy Batson, but he is fantastic. He was hilarious. Definitely a kid to look out for, actor to look out for in the future. A lot of great comedic timing there. I noticed there was some great DC Easter eggs sprinkled in throughout the movie, and that's really the best way to do it. DC's kind of found their niche groove here. Let Marvel do the cinematic universe stuff, but let's just focus as DC. They're like, well, let's just focus as individual stories. Bam, bam, bam. Make this story good, then make this story good, then make this story good, and then we'll eventually get to where we need to be, and that's the best way to do it. Like, Aquaman was fantastic. Shazam's also fantastic. Now, they're both about similar lengths, but but I honestly fell asleep a few times. Pretty much every time I saw Aquaman. I saw Aquaman like 3 times in the theater because I have the Stubbs A-list thing, so I would go back and see it again. Because I fell asleep, honestly, the first time I saw the movie. Then I fell asleep the second time I saw the movie in a different part. So by the third time, I think I basically saw the entire movie. I don't know, I bought it. I haven't watched it yet. But the point with that is that movie is about 2.5 hours long, and I fell asleep in every time. Shazam, about the same length of movie. I was awake and enthralled the entire time. It's a blast to go see. So many. It's got a lot of heart to it. It's got a lot of comedy. A lot of great action, some great thrilling superhero score, like we used to get. Oh man, it's just a blast of a movie. I would definitely recommend this movie and this comic book to fans of anybody that likes superheroes. You can take your kids to go see it. You can go see it by yourself. You can go on a date to go see it, and you guys will have fun. I'm telling you, it's a fun movie. You really can't go wrong with fun. I mean, if you have a problem with fun, then okay, then maybe you won't like it. If you like, you want your comic books all serious and angsty and whatever, but that's only part of what comics can be. Comic books inherently are silly things. They're pieces, they're paper put together in these arts. I mean, this stuff is inherently silly. And that's when comic books work best, when they're fun. That's why we go and we buy them repeatedly throughout our lives, into our late 30s. Still buying comic books at heart because they are fun. That's why we like comic books. I mean, that's why I like comic books anyway. I kind of think that kind of carries over universally. Comic books are fun and inherently silly, and that's when they work best, especially in movie adaptations, when you don't try to ground out all the silly and the fun out of it, when you just take the concept and you just roll with it. Like Marvel, hey, talking raccoon and a talking tree in space, and they get into fucking adventures and shit. And that's a hit movie. I mean, there's other elements too, but that's, one core plot element. Here, It's big with superpowers, and it works so well. Getting in more spoiler territory, as another longtime fan of the character of Shazam or Captain Marvel, whatever you want to call him, I loved the little Mr. Mind Easter egg in the beginning, and I was like, oh, that's a nice touch, thinking, well, that's all we're going to get to see. And then Mr. fucking Mind pops up in the post-credits, like, what the fuck? Shazam, his evil inchworm with an evil mind that has a voice box that talks like Stephen Hawking, is, I imagine, going to be a villain in the sequel. They kind of set that up. And that, I loved it. Like, there was not, everybody else in the theater was just kind of like, what the fuck is that? But, as a fan, I fucking loved that shit. And I want to see more of that. I want to see more silly, more off the wall. Maybe we'll get Mr. Tawny, the Talking Tiger, in a sequel, or Hoppy the Wonder Bunny, or, you know, anything. The sky's the limit, really. This movie is so much fun. A lot of DC Easter eggs thrown in throughout. I like the Ace Chemical. They're trained for Shazam's powers in an abandoned Ace Chemical factory, which was a nice homage to Batman there. Some nice stuff going on in the end credits there, too, with having fun with the DC characters. And that also a bit, the way the credit sequence was designed kind of reminded me of Spider-Man Homecoming in a way. So I thought it was a nice little touch to other teenage superhero movies. But yeah, at its heart, Shazam is a lot of fun, and go see it. I just realized this, when I bought Aquaman, they gave me a $8 movie ticket to go see Shazam, but I've got the AMC Stubs A-list, so I can go see movies whenever I want to, 3 times a week. So I'm going to do something awesome for y'all. If you want to go see Shazam, hit me up with a comment below, drop me your email address, and I will send you the link. I'll send you the ticket. You go see Shazam. If you want to go see it, I'll hook you up. First person to leave a comment down below will get that. So yeah, go leave a comment. Also leave a comment and retweet and share if you want to see more video content like this in the future. Or do you want me to go back to the straight blog stuff? I can go either way, but I kind of like geeking out with you guys here from the Nerd Cave on video. So, you know, you guys are the audience. What do you guys want to see? Let me know. Put some comments down there below. And just, you know, like it if you like it. Alright, guys. Till next time, stay geeky, and I will catch you on the geek side. Peace.